fucking thing ever happened to me. James, first of all, crushed it. Was he not amazing? I go walking up to him and I go, James, you were awesome. You were great. He goes, thanks, sir. Sir? I noticed this, like the comics come out, we started with Aldo when it was 20, and we've gotten older as older, and later on George Burns is going to come up. He's still got it. But I try to fit in with these guys. I'm 61, and my wife went for Christmas and bought me this jacket, and she goes, oh, this is cool, you can wear this, and I was kind of like flattered. I'm like, that's very cool, and then I realized she just bought me a silver alert. Like, if you see me wandering around Casa Grande, just send me back this way. And to James's point, I have 2 daughters that are adult daughters, 20 and 22, and to his point, they are stupid. They, I don't understand this. Like, we buy them clothes, and they've got all these clothes in their wardrobe, and all they wear is hoodies and Crocs. Constantly, every day. And they'll be complaining. They'll be like, it's so hot, it's so hot. I'm like, you have on a hoodie, and it's 120 degrees. So, it's a little, it's different. Like, I try to understand them, I try to fit in, but things are different when I grew up, and some of you guys grew up, versus the way they are now. They're not necessarily better, they're not necessarily worse, they're just different. For example, like, my daughters they share a bathroom, and in the shower, they have 13 bottles. Shampoo, conditioner, tanglers, detanglers, coconut oil, facial scrub. When I was growing up, there was 4 of us, and we had one shower, and it had 1 bottle of shampoo and 1 bar of soap. We had the same order every morning when we took a shower, so for 18 years, that soap went directly from my dad's balls to my face. 18 years of balls face, balls face, balls face, balls face. And if I can remind you, back in the 70s, there was not a lot of manscaping going on. I'm telling you, I would come out of the shower at 13 years old and go, oh my God, I'm growing a mustache. Nope. Nope, it's not a mustache. Wow, 13-year-olds don't have gray mustaches. And the names were different. I talk to people now, and like when I was growing up, like people had names like Joe, and Tim, and Kate, and Sally. You'd say, what's your name? They would tell you, you got it. Now I meet somebody, I'm like, hey, what's your name? And they go, time. I'm like the clock? And they're like, no, like the seasoning. Oh, but with an I. No, that's like a clock then. It's still a clock. But we also, again, different, but not necessarily better, we also had parents that would go out and name their son's Dick, and it was fine. And it's so weird, like we never got the connection. We had friends named Dick. We knew the penis was called a dick. We never put it together. We'd be like playing basketball, and we're like, oh my God, Jake got hit in the dick. What happened? Oh, Dick kicked him. Like, Dick, I don't think I know you. How's it hanging? We never connected them. And we can't make jokes about certain subjects anymore, and I think that's good, right? We can't make fun of people about their religion, about their race, about their sexual orientation. That's good. We don't want to make people feel bad. But we lost a lot of funny jokes. I mean, it's just us. We lost some good shit, right? And you knew it was going to be funny when somebody walked up to you and they went, so... You knew, and you'd see that and you'd go like, yeah. So I was thinking about that, and how do we channel that? Because we don't want to lose the humor. Times are tough. So what's one group of people that we can kind of use that, right? Where can we take that? Where can we take that humor? Who won't tweet about us, won't cancel us? And it hit me. Fuck the Amish. Those butter churning, bar raising sons of bitches. You can laugh, go ahead. They're not here. I checked, there's not a horse and buggy within 3 miles of this place. I have an app, Finding Eli. They're not here. They're not here. And I'm like madly obsessed with them. I really am. Like when COVID hit in March of 2020, do you remember how we were all freaked out? Like one day, they're like, don't go everywhere. Everything's closed. Don't drive. Nobody's going out anywhere. But I was thinking about the Amish. Like everybody's thinking about, oh my God, are we going to live? And I immediately started thinking about the Amish. And I'm like, you know, they don't have radio. They don't have television. They don't have the internet. Do you think they thought we all just converted that morning? Do you think they were just like, Benjamin, we need to raise another barn? And there is, that's an interesting note, or at least I think it's interesting. In Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which is the big home of, you know, that's like the Mecca of Amish, there's only 5,000 of them. And it's 70 miles from Philadelphia. Has anybody known anyone from Philadelphia? What do they sound like? Hey, we got some fucking water? You go 70 miles away, which is like going to here to Casa Grande. They have their own accent and their own language. These pompous motherfuckers. They sound like the Muppets, the chef on the Muppets. We're gonna do today, let's raise a barn. And with only 5,000 of them, you know, how much inbreeding is going on? I think their family tree's like a stump. You look pretty pissed at me, like you're, like there might be some. You don't have Amish friends, no? Because if you did, I'd say call them, text them. We'll wait. My daughters get a little pissed at me when I talk about like the Amish and stuff because they're in their early 20s and have no sense of humor. And I try to explain to them that the way we grow up is quite different than the way they grew up. You have to remember, I was born in 62. So anybody in those 60s area, when we were born, you know, we had one television. Right, and the whole family sat there, and we couldn't stream, so we had to listen to the commercials and watch the commercials. And the biggest commercial at that time, had more playtime than any other commercial, was for Oscar Mayer wieners. Do you remember the jingle for Oscar Mayer wieners? Okay, yeah, you remember, what are we getting, a runner on? You guys going rogue on me? The first line, this is a commercial that was played 700 times a day. It said, what kind of kids eat Oscar Mayer? Does anyone remember what the first example was? Where? I heard it. They said fat kids. On television. Every day, 700 times, they go, what kind of kids eat hot dogs? Fat kids, and we all sang it. And then the next kids, and they didn't say like, oh, you know, people that had eating disorders. They didn't say people that were swallowing too much aggression. They said fat kids, and we sang it. The next one it wasn't like, you know, kids that, you know, are bulimic, kids that have challenges finding food, kids that are emotionally challenged. They said, anyone? Skinny goddamn kids. They called it right out. As a skinny kid, I was not hurt at all. The last thing was kids climbing on rocks, which I think that was just a throwaway line. The second paragraph, they jumped right into sexuality. What kind of kids? Do you remember the second paragraph?
Fat kids, skinny kids, kids who climb on rocks, tough kids.
Tough kids. Let's stop right there. They said tough kids. They showed a bully beating up a skinny kid. And they also showed a girl with a baseball cap sideways and dirt on her face. They were screaming lesbian. We knew it. They knew it. Everybody knew it. They wouldn't say it. They were screaming lesbian. Yes. And finally, the fourth one. Anyone remember? They said sissy kids. Now I'm the dick for going after Amish. So the holidays are over. Everyone have a good holiday? We had an interesting holiday. We had a great holiday, but it brought me back to times when I was growing up. And my daughters, having young kids on holidays is just amazing. And we had family traditions. I grew up with family traditions. Like our family tradition when I was a kid was hide the Southern Comfort from Daddy. This guy's a blast. He chases us around the house. He'll fucking kill you. Where's my bottle? I'm like, oh my God, Daddy passed out and pissed himself. Time to open the stockings. And this is a true story. So my wife and I, we used to have a tradition with the girls that we would say when they were really young, we didn't want them to wake us, right? Because we didn't want to get up at 5 o'clock on a Christmas morning. And we didn't want them to run down and see their gifts. So we said, once we wake up, then we'll go. So they would pick up at 4 o'clock in the morning or whatever time they woke up, grab a pillow and blanket, and they'd come in and they'd lay on the floor in our room. And it's so cute, waiting for us to wake up. And, yeah. Oh, then it gets bad. So, one Christmas in particular, Christmas Eve, Daddy must have opened up his gift the night before because I was sleeping like Jesus came into the world. And I was like 40 at the time, so I had to go to the bathroom at probably about 5:30 in the morning. And when it's 5:30 in the morning and you have to go to the bathroom, you don't walk like a normal man, right? You walk like penis first. I kind of forgot they were there. So I'm in the bathroom at 40, strong stream, like you'd all be in the splash zone. Like it was a 40-year-old, not a 61-year-old peeing. And I hear this faint voice, so cute, so faint. My daughter Megan turns to Rachel and says, "Rachel, I just saw Daddy's vagina." Yeah, you heard about it. That was 20-some years ago. I have no aggressiveness in my body whatsoever from them. When scientists say when you hear like a song that you can't get out of your mind, that's called an earworm, like, 877 Cars for Kids. Like, that's in there now, you're gonna think about that. Hearing Daddy's vagina has been like an ear anaconda. I can't be aggressive, I can't get pissed, I don't get in road rage arguments, because I'm yelling at somebody, you just suck Daddy's vagina. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. One quick note, I want to first and foremost thank Stephanie and House of Comedy. They gave NHN 100 tickets to auction off at our big event this year, and we raised $2,000 on that alone. That money goes directly to help those in our community. I also want to thank Mike Dapper and the other comics. These guys are awesome. Thank you to our donors that came here tonight. Thank you to my NHN brothers. I appreciate it. Thank you.
One more time for Mike, y'all know. Give it up to him, give it up for all the comics that performed tonight. Give it up for yourself, give it up for the waiting staff. Make sure you guys pick your servers. They're going to be great to you.